In 2019, I packed up everything that I owned in Chicago, my apartment, my life, my whole comfort zone, and drove to Denver knowing almost nobody here at all. No family, no friend group, no idea which neighborhoods were actually good to live versus the ones that look good at Instagram. And I have to be honest with you, the first few months was a lot harder than I expected. But here's the thing, that experience figuring out Denver from scratch is exactly why I'm still a real estate agent today. Because I know what it feels like to be the person watching YouTube videos at midnight trying to decide if this move is actually the right call. So this video is everything I wish someone had told me before I made that drive. If you know who I am, my name is Deepo Phillips. I'm a Denver real estate agent, and I specialize helping people move to Denver or relocate to Denver, especially for major cities like Chicago, New York, Austin, LA, you name it. I'm not selling you in Denver. I literally moved here with my ex, figured it out the hard way, and now I help other people skip the mistakes I made. So if you're thinking about moving to Denver or even just considering it, stick with me, and this one's for you. So real quick, so if you find this helpful, hit the subscribe button. I put out videos every week specifically for people considering to move to Denver, and I don't want you to miss anything. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I also have a free Denver relocation guide on my website. It covers neighborhoods, costs, timelines, all in it in one place. So why Denver? Because when I was living in Chicago, I kept asking myself, what do I actually want my day-to-day life to look like? And the answer kept coming back to me, playing in my head. More outdoors, more space, more sunshine, less brutal winters, and a city that still had real energy but wasn't going to cost me my entire paycheck just to rent a decent apartment. So Denver checked every single one of those boxes on paper. And honestly, most of them checked out real life too. But there was a few things that I didn't see coming. First, the access to outdoors is generally unreal. So I grew up in Chicago where you could go outside, you could walk along the lakefront. Here, I'm 45 minutes from world-class hiking, hour from skiing, and you could bike to coffee shops through neighborhoods that look like a movie set. Number two, the food scene. People always underestimate Denver's food scene, but the restaurant strips like for Platt Park, because they got good sushi, Cherry Creek have a bunch of restaurants, and Rhino generally is great. It's not Chicago level depth, but it's better than you think. Third, the people. So I found Denver to be one of the most welcoming cities I ever lived. People are very, very friendly. People are active socially in a way that helped me build a friend group faster than I expected. Now here's the stuff that nobody puts in their highlight reel. All right, here we go. One, the altitude. I cannot stress this enough. Denver sits exactly a mile above sea level. Your first 2 to 4 weeks, you'll feel it. And I was winded walking upstairs. Alcohol definitely hits harder because of the elevation. Hydration matters more, so please make sure you drink lots of water and give yourself like a month or two to acclimate yourself. Number two, the cost of living is higher than most people expected, especially coming from the Midwest. Chicago is expensive in certain ways, but Denver housing market has increased significantly since the pandemic, and also it caught me off guard. We'll do a full cost breakdown video, but just know budget more than you think. Three, the sun actually dries everything out. Your skin, your sinuses, and definitely those lips. You gotta have a chapstick all the time. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but a good humidifier and moisturizer before you move, and you will thank me. Four, the traffic. Oh my God, the traffic. So Denver infrastructure has not kept pace with the growth because people are moving since the pandemic and just keeps on growing and growing. And if you're commuting, plan your routes carefully. We'll cover this in another video. So if I was gonna do this all over again, so here's what I'd change. I'll spend more time researching neighborhoods before picking where to live. I'll choose my first place based on price and proximity to downtown, but I didn't really understand personality to different areas. So Platt Park is where I ended. Best decision that I love. It turned out to be a perfect fit for me, but I found that out by accident, not by design. I also connect with local real estate agents earlier, not to buy right away, just to understand the market, the areas, places to live, things to do. I wasted time looking at listings online, gave me totally distorted pictures of neighborhoods actually felt like to live in. And I give myself more grace. In the first 90 days, building a life in a new city takes time. There were weeks where I questioned everything that's normal and it passes. Also too, when you're moving here in 2019 and 2020 is a pandemic, you're still trying to figure things out. And it's a headache, but luckily, I moved here with my ex and was me and her and stuff me by myself. But anyways, I'm still here 6 years later. I genuinely love this city. Denver rewards people who lean into what it offers. If you want outdoor access, growing food scene, city that's still building its identity, and the community of people who moved here choose to stay, it delivers. Is it perfect? Not at all. But is it the right city for everyone? No. But for a certain kind of person, curious, active, willing to build something new, it's one of the best decisions you can make. So if this video's helped you, drop a comment below. Tell me where you're moving from. What's your biggest questions about Denver? I said I read every single comment, and I might make your next question be the subject of my next video. Thank you, and I see you soon.